So in the previous video, we saw what a quadratic equation was and the methodology, of splitting the middle term and solving a quadratic equation. So in this video, we will solve a few examples and, try to understand how to split the middle term. Alright, so let's begin. The first question says x squared plus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. Alright, if I compare it with the standard equation, which is nothing but ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, I get the values of a, b and c. So a here is equal to 1. I'll use a different color. A here is equal to 1, b here is equal to plus 4 and c here is equal to plus 3. Alright, so I can write this down separately or initially writing down all that helps, but moving on to higher levels, this will be too much time consuming and all that. So my job is to choose two numbers in such a way that if I multiply them, I should get a into c, which is 3 in this case. 3 into 1 is a into c. And if I'm going to add the two numbers, I should get plus b, which is 4. Alright, the two numbers are, how do I do it? So whenever I'm going to choose factors, for a and c, I will always start with 1 and the number itself. So in this case, it is going to be, for 3, it is going to be 1 into 3. So if I multiply 1 and 3, yes, I get plus 3. If I add 1 and 3, do I get plus 4? Yes, I get plus 4. So I will split the middle term, which is, the 4x term in this case, into x squared plus 3x plus x plus 3 equal to 0, right? So, let me try to figure out something which is in common between these terms. So, between the first two terms, I have x common, alright? I can take x common, of course. So, if I take x in common, I'll have x plus 3 inside the bracket. And from the next two terms, I can take something in common. But since I have nothing in common, I will choose plus 1. Alright. So whenever there's nothing in common, there's always one number in common, which is nothing but 1. So I will choose plus 1. I'll have x plus 3 in the bracket equal to 0. Let me go to a newer slide. So the question was x squared plus 4x plus 3 equal to 0. So the numbers were x squared plus 3x plus x plus 3 equal to 0. So I took x common from the first two terms, so I'll have x plus 3 inside the bracket, and since I have nothing in common, I will choose 1. I will take 1 in common, so I'll have x plus 3 inside of the bracket. Here what is common between the first term and the next term, which is x into x plus 3 and 1 into x plus 3. Here I have x plus 3 is common. So if I take x plus 3 out, I will have x plus 1 inside of the bracket equal to 0. So here the factors are x plus 3 and x plus 1, but the roots or the solution of x is equal to minus 1 and minus 3. So these are the roots or solutions and these are the factors. So these are the factors. I'll write it in here. Factors. And these are the roots of the equation. So let's move to another problem. So here we have x squared plus x squared minus 4x plus 3 if you watch carefully. So let's compare it with the standard equation, which is nothing but ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So here we have a equal to 1, b equal to minus 4 and c equal to 3. Alright, my job is to choose two numbers in such a way that if I'm going to multiply them, I get ac, and if I'm going to add them, I get b. Alright, so I'm supposed to choose two numbers in such a way that, I repeat, if I multiply them, I should get ac, and if I'm going to add them, I get b. Here ac equal to a into c equal to 1 into 3 equal to 3. So whenever I'm going to start off, by finding factors for ac, I will always start with 1 and the number itself. So in this case, it is going to be, 3, 1 and the number itself. So 1 into 3. So if I multiply 1 and 3, I get 3. But if I add 1 and 3, do I get minus 4? No. So what should I do in order to get minus 4? So the question was x squared minus 4x plus 3 equal to 0, right? So 3, it was minus 3 and 3 and 1. But I will change it to minus 3. Plus 3 and plus 1 were the factors which we chose. But I will be changing it to minus 3 and minus 1, so that if I'm going to add minus 3 and minus 1, I will get minus 4. So if you look at minus 4, it is nothing but minus of 3 plus 1, isn't it? So I will choose minus 3 and minus 1 in this case. So I can split the middle term as x squared minus 3x minus 1x or x plus 3 equal to 0. And what can I take in common from the first two terms? I can take x in common, so that I'll have x minus 3 in the bracket. And from the next two terms, I will take minus 1 in common. Remember, in the previous problems, we took plus 1 in common. But in this problem, I will take minus 1 in common, because I will take, a numbers in such a way that the x coefficient here will always have a positive sign. Alright, that is why I'm choosing minus 1 here. So if I choose minus 1, I will have x. Since I'm choosing minus 1 here, it should be minus 3 inside of the bracket equal to 0. So from these two terms, the next two terms, which is, x into x minus 3 and minus 1 into x minus 3, I have x minus 3 in common. So I can take x minus 3 as common. I will have x minus 1 in the bracket. So x minus 3 and x minus 1 are the factors, and 1 and 3, plus 1 and plus 3 are the solutions or the roots of the equation. So let's move on to the next problem. So it says x squared plus 4x plus 4 equal to 0. Again, let's compare. Let us compare it with the standard equation, which is nothing but ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. Even in your examinations, if this question appears, you don't have to write the standard equation each and every time and to identify the a, b, c values. But still, for a better understanding, let's understand it. Let's write it in the initial stages. So again, my job is to choose two numbers in such a way, if I'm going to multiply them, I get a, c, and if I'm going to add them, I should get b. Here, a into c is equal to 1 into 4, which is equal to 4. Alright, and b here is equal to plus 4. So 4 and 4. Whenever I told you we are choosing factors for a and c, I will choose it in such a way that it should be the number and 1. So it is going to be 1 into 4 in this case. So if I multiply 1 and 4, do I get 4? Yes, I do get 4. But if I'm going to add 1 and 4, do I get 4? No, I don't get 4. So what do I do in order to get 4? I will split this term further. What can be done to, this term, that is 4, apart from, 1 and the number itself? It can be split into 2 into 2. Yeah. So if I'm going to multiply 2 into 2, yes, I get 4. But if I'm going to add 2 and 2, am I going to get 4? Yes, I am getting 4. So the numbers are 2 and 2. So the question was x squared plus 4x plus 4. So here AC was equal to 4 and B was equal to 4 again. So the numbers were 4 and 4. The numbers that we chose were 2 and 2. We saw y previously. And I can write the middle term as x squared plus 2x plus 4 equal to 0. Alright. So from the first two terms, I can take something in common, and from the next two terms, I can take something in common. So from the first two terms, I take x in common. I will have x plus 2. And from the next two terms, I can take something in common. Here it is not, 1, because there is something in common which is nothing but 2. Because 2 times 2, which is 2 2s are 4. So I have 2 in common between the first two terms. So if I take 2 in common, I will have x plus 2 inside of the bracket. And from these two terms, which is x into x plus 2 and 2 into x plus 2, I have x plus 2 as common. So I can take x plus 2 as common. I will have x plus 2 again in the bracket equal to 0.